All this week, we are talking to the candidates in the upcoming February 14th by-election in Kelowna West. And today, we're happy to introduce you to Kyle Geronazzo, who represents the BC Libertarian Party. Good morning, Kyle. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on.
Not too many people, I think it's safe to say, know much about the Libertarian Party. What's the general platform that you're espousing this morning?
Well, a lot of people like to describe libertarians as fiscally conservative while socially liberal. So we're all about civil and economic liberties and the rights of the individual.
And what does that have to do with Kelowna West? And how do you bring that philosophy back home to the people who you want to vote for you come February 14th?
Well, come February 14th, what I think I want to bring to the table is more of an open dialogue of things that we could handle better by ourselves without government intervention. The biggest topic I've been running on, the biggest point that seems to connect with people when I'm going door to door, has been ICBC. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the news articles of yesterday with the dumpster fire comments. I think it's about time that we'll finally allow British Columbians to choose for their auto insurance, their basic coverage from, other providers as well.
So you want to get rid of the monopoly that ICBC has on insurance and open it out to competition?
Absolutely. BC deserves the choice.
All right. Now let's try to get specific again to the geography here in Kelowna West. What are people telling you other than the ICBC concerns are bothering them? What are they telling you that they'd like to see changed?
Well, another issue I've definitely seen and I've heard from the people is just the inadequacies of our public transit system. So what I propose to go forward with is, instead of trying to throw more money at the issue, which is just going to come at the expense of your everyday taxpayer, what I believe we should do is move forward with allowing the ride-sharing economy to to prosper within BC, to actually allow people with vehicles to provide rides to those without.
Well, the provincial government has certainly indicated that appears to be the direction we're headed in. So I think fair to say that might be taken off your platform by the existing government. ICBC, as we heard from the minister yesterday, in for some pretty drastic changes as well. Anything else?
Oh, well, there's all sorts of things that I'm getting different issues from each and every person I speak to. Another issue I've heard is the ALR. I spoke to a gentleman just 2 nights ago about a parcel of land that he owns, that he simply cannot do what he desires to do with it simply because it's put in this ALR, despite him being the rightful owner of his property.
Realistically, what are your chances in this election?
Oh, well, if you're talking about me becoming MLA?
Well, I mean, isn't that the point?
Well, no,
Isn't that what you're after? Are you just in for some publicity for your party or yourself?
Well, for me, I want to raise awareness for the issues that I'm running on. The main one, of course, being, again, ICBC. So every vote for me is another indicator to the BC government that it's, enough is enough. We deserve the choice.
All right. What kind of money do you have? What's your financial plan? You have a lot of people stuffing your mailbox with checks made out to the party?
No,
pretty tight
pretty
finances?
tight. We do have some very kind donators for sure, but I would probably put said money on that. I probably do have the smallest budget going in.
I think that's probably a safe assumption. But you're a man who's standing behind your principles, the principles of the Libertarian Party. Thanks very much for coming in to speak with us, Kyle. I really appreciate it.
And I really appreciate the opportunity.
And
thank you.
Best of luck to you.